Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Shoma. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. If this is your first time, I welcome you and I encourage you to subscribe and also remember to press that notification bell so you'll be the first to know when I upload new videos. Before we get started today, I would like to say Happy International Day of the Girl Child. I know that the world is celebrating the girl child, which is really great. I love all the advancements that we've made in recent years, and this celebration actually informed my topic for today, which is talking about self-esteem. How do we build our self-esteem? I know that a lot of girls and women actually have self-esteem issues. I am a girl myself and I know how I've been able to grow myself over the years. So I'm going to share some tips on how you can build your self-esteem, how you can build your self-worth, how you can actually stand in the midst of people and raise your head up. So stay tuned and don't go anywhere. Now, self-esteem is you feeling good about yourself, you feeling confident about the skills and the talents that you bring to the table. I know self-esteem issues start for a lot of us when we were young or right inside your home, and it starts even with parenting style. What style of parenting your parents adopt. It starts in the school when you're trying to say something and your teacher tells you to keep quiet. It starts with your friends when they start bullying you about one part of your body or another, or maybe because you are reserved and you have some other classmates that are more vocal, they start to laugh at you, or maybe they laugh at the way you speak, they laugh at the way you look, they laugh at the way you eat. All those things over the years, they seem small when it starts, but over the years they begin to compound, and if you don't know how to deal with it, you begin to have self-esteem issues, you begin to have self-confidence issues. So let's talk about ways that you can boost your self-esteem and feel really good about yourself. The first thing I would definitely say is that you have to make up your mind that your place is at the top. Don't let anyone deceive you into thinking that the top is reserved for special types of people or people with some special types of talents. Don't fall into that trap. Make up your mind that your place is at the top, because when you see yourself at the top, you begin to think good things, you begin to think highly of yourself, you begin to carry yourself in such a way that people will begin to respect you. So make up your mind, go deep in your mind and say, you know what, my place is at the top. The people at the top, they don't have 2 heads, they don't have 3 heads, you know, like the Nigerian parents would say when you take home that report card, hey, they will say, the people that came first, do they have 2 heads? Now, I'm not saying that you should be overly competitive with your friends or with your colleagues, but just know that you have a place at the top. You do have a place, you do have a right to be at the top. It's not reserved for people that are brought up with silver spoons only. It doesn't matter what your background is. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter your last name. You know, people have been to interviews where the interviewers are asking them, which surname is yours? Is your father the one from, you know, this town or that town? They are trying to decode who you are. But you know what? If you make up your mind that your place is at the top, it will really help you to boost your self-esteem. Once you've made up your mind that you want to be at the top, the next thing you should actually do is to start investing in yourself. Choose yourself first. A lot of us don't attend trainings. A lot of us, we like to invest in things that are corruptible. Investing in yourself means that you are investing in something that is incorruptible. Let me tell you something. There was a story about a man that he went out in the morning, and by the time he came back home in the evening, his whole house was burnt to the ground. That meant that everything that he worked for his entire life went down the drain in one day. But when the man got to that incident, when he saw that all his properties, everything he worked for was gone, instead of crying and being devastated, he said something that touched everyone's heart. He said that though the properties were gone, he still has the knowledge, he still has everything that he has invested in himself, so he could use the knowledge to reproduce whatever was gone. So let me tell you something, let me tell you a secret that maybe you've not heard before. When you invest in yourself, that is the best investment that will yield the highest return. I'm going to say that again. When you invest in yourself, it will yield the highest return, because each knowledge you gain, each value you embed in yourself, when that time comes, it will compound over time and it will yield the best investment. So you're asking me, how do I invest in myself? You start attending trainings. There are a lot of personal development trainings out there. My mentor was how I got started, and my mentor is none other than John Maxwell. I came across his book, 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, many years ago, in 2010 actually. And as I began to flip the pages of those books, something happened in me. A light bulb lit in my brain, and I began to walk towards that. I began to walk towards becoming a better version of myself. So invest in yourself. Don't say, I don't know how to read. Reading is stressful. If reading is stressful, you know what? You can get audiobooks. You can get audiobooks. You can download audios on your computers. When you're walking, you can listen to them. You can download audios on your iPods, whatever works for you. Whether you are audiovisual, whether you love to hear things, you assimilate things better when you hear them, whatever works for you, make sure that you are investing in yourself. And as you begin to do that, you begin to see yourself in a different light. You begin to feel more confident about yourself. Another thing that you can do to boost your self-esteem, self-worth, and self-confidence is listening to the stories of other people that have been able to move from point A to point B. Maybe things were not going on for them at first, and then they were able to take certain steps towards their goals, and they were able to achieve them. Let's just say some type of grass to grace stories. You know, when you hear certain stories, when you hear that someone has gone through some form of hardship and they were able to come out and they are now shining stars, those type of stories will inspire you. When you wake up in the morning, you read stories. There are beautiful stories in the Bible. Look at what God did for Anna. You know, she was without a son and she prayed and God turned her story around. The same thing God did for Elizabeth. So it depends on where you are or whatever is holding you back. Make sure that you're around stories. Listen to stories. Don't just listen to the news. The news can be depressing. And when you listen to stories, be sure to be listening to those stories with an open heart. It's not time to now be jealous or to now be saying, oh, this person, God has did it for this person. Why will God do it for me? Just listen to it with an open heart and let their stories motivate you. Let it encourage you. Yes, so cheerleaders are very important. The next thing you can also do to boost your self-esteem is to surround yourself with high performers. Yes, high performers. High performers are people that they are focused, they are goal-driven, and they achieve their goals. Success is contagious, so also is failure. You know, there's an adage that says that a sheep that walks with a dog or that associates with a dog will eat poop. Sorry. Yes. So the people you roll with, they are very, very important in whether you're going to be confident in yourself, whether you're going to boost your self-esteem. So if you work with people that are not high performers, that means that you yourself will not be able to achieve the goals that you have set for yourself. Imagine you're trying to write a book and then you don't have any friend or performer that is an author. It's going to bring you down. It's going to reduce your morale of achieving that thing. And with each goal you achieve, there is an element of self-confidence that comes with it. So if you achieve a goal, for example, let's say this week you decide to lose 2 pounds, and at the end of the week you step on that scale and you saw that, or you see that 2 pounds gone, you'll be happy and it will energize you. It will make you want to do more. It will keep you going. But if you are not able to achieve it for one thing or the other, then it can make your morale down and you might not be able to move forward. So you need to move with high performance. People that, you know what, they set goals and they are going for it. That's when you too, you'll be able to set some goals, and your self-esteem will be increased, your self-confidence will be boosted, and you will be a high performer as well. Another thing that I believe that you should do to boost your self-esteem is to follow great leaders. Great leaders are very, very important to our success in life. You don't have to know them personally. Just identify them on social media. Leaders that have self-esteem, self-worth, self-confidence. Follow them, study them, acknowledge them, support them. And the more you do those things, the more you are helping yourself. You know what I always say? Whatever you do for others, you are also doing for yourself. So when you incorporate all these little things in your life, you will begin to see that your self-esteem will begin to go up and up and up. Lastly, I wanted to say that another thing you can do to boost your self-esteem is to find your hands doing something. Engage in something. Don't wallow in self-pity. Don't say, oh, my mother used to yell at me when I was young. Oh, my daddy left my mommy when I was 2. But guess what? You are now 20. You are now 25 years. You are now 30 years. There's a loose translation that I'm going to give. It's in my language. It says, when you are born, you have to reborn yourself. I know that's not a correct English, pardon me, but it means that yes, your mom or your dad gave birth to you, they brought you to this world, but guess what? By the time you turn 18, you become a responsible, full-blown adult. You're responsible for yourself. You can't keep casting blame on your parents, on your environment, on your education, on whatever, your friends, you know. You can't keep casting the blame. Now you are responsible for yourself and you need to build yourself. Okay, those things have happened. Then what? You're going to stay stuck there? No way. So if you really want to boost your self-esteem, if you want to boost your self-confidence, if you want to boost your self-worth, you have to find your hands doing something. Get going, get moving, do something. Whether it's embarking on a new project that you thought you couldn't do before, do it. Whether it's you losing weight, do it. Whatever it takes, just do it. Like Nike. All right, don't mind me, but I'm really passionate about self-esteem and I want you to become a better person. I want you to be fulfilled. I want you to feel good about yourself. I want your life to be meaningful and I want you to be pleased with the type of life you're living, you know? So invest in yourself, grow, follow good leaders, find your hands doing something, read. If you can't read, listen. Surround yourself with high performance. And when you do all those things, when you start the journey, you might not see the result immediately, but 6 months down the line, you begin to see yourself in a different light. 1 year down the line, wow, you're pleased. 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. The longer it is, the more you begin to feel good about yourself and no one will be able to put you down. And I think that's such a great place to be. Once again, I would like to wish you happy International Day of the Girl Child. And I also wanted to say that if you learned something from this video, I would love to hear from you. And if you would like to share your thoughts as well, of course, you're welcome. Go ahead in the comment box and tell me how you think people can boost their self-esteem or how you have been boosting your self-esteem, self-worth, or self-confidence. And until next time, be exceptional, be intentional, and